Hi there, back with another video review, and today I will be comparing these 1/64 scale Porsche 911 GT2 RS models. So on the left it's actually made by Mini GT, whereas on the right it's made by an unknown manufacturer, where apparently it's a dealership model. So yeah, let's just start the comparison from the front profile. So both of these models the good thing about these models is that both of these come with plastic headlamps that are mounted onto the front. And in terms of the details, maybe I'll just zoom in. Yeah, so in terms of the details, both are nearly similar. I would say that the Mini GT one is a lot clearer, whereas the one on the unknown manufacturer has sort of a foggy headlamp. But just looking downwards in terms of the front grills, the details on the unknown manufacturer one, the one on the right, is I think a lot better, a lot more realistic. But of course, that's not to say that Mini GT has done a bad job. I mean, they've actually got some pretty decent details with these plastic grills or grill mesh. And then just taking a look at the hood. So yeah, I'll probably just lift it up a little bit. So in terms of the Porsche badge or the logo, the one on the unknown manufacturer one is a lot bigger and a lot sharper, I should say. And yeah, the difference between these two are actually in terms of the carbon texturing on the front hood as well as on the roof. So well, the reason for that could actually be because the one made by the unknown manufacturer could be a voice act package version, whereas the one on the Mini GT is actually a standard version. Now I've actually got a Mini GT voice act package model, which is this silver one right here. So as you can see, in terms of the texturing or the design, they are both pretty similar, except for the carbon color. The one on the Mini GT is a lot darker compared to the one made by the unknown manufacturer. And again, in terms of the Porsche logo, the one on the unknown manufacturer one is a lot bigger, a lot sharper, I should say. But both of these have indentations or markings on the front hood, as in it's like a punched hole, which is nice. So just let me put the silver one aside and bring back the yellow one, since the model itself are similar. So just to show you guys how the roof looks like. So well, on the Porsche, the spoiler, sorry, what I meant to say is that on the unknown manufacturer, on the spoiler, it actually has a Porsche label on the back there, compared to the this Mini GT standard one. I'll probably put this aside again and bring in the Mini GT version. Just give me a second while I adjust the camera. Okay, so hopefully the angle is a lot better now. So yeah, on the one on the left, the silver one, is a Mini GT version, whereas the one on the right is made by an unknown manufacturer. So in terms of the Porsche label on the spoiler, again, the one on the unknown manufacturer looks a lot bigger, a lot thicker, and a lot wider compared to the one made by Mini GT. Well, personal preference, I'd go for the Mini GT one, as it looks a lot more refined actually. Then just comparing the carbon texturing on the roof, the one on the Mini GT is actually not bad. Whereas the one on the unknown manufacturer looks not so clearly defined. Probably the lines are very fine, very tiny. So coming to the side profile, well, I'm really sorry that, if I'm confusing you with the colors, different colors that I'm using for the Mini GT. You know, for the basic one, I would start off with the yellow one, okay? So yeah, from the side profile, as you can see, both of these have rubber tires actually, and yes, they do roll smoothly. So with the well, the one on the unknown manufacturer one, if you can take a look closely and see that it actually comes with brake discs, on the front and back wheels compared to the one on the Mini GT. And then, in terms of the details, sort of on the carbon texturing, I should say, the one made by the unknown manufacturer, the one on the right, is a lot more defined from, if you take a look at the side profile. And moving on to the back profiles. So the one made by Mini GT does look a little bit taller. And well, in terms of the base of the bottom spoiler, I should say, well, the grills, in terms of the mesh details, obviously the one made by the unknown manufacturer looks a lot more clearly defined and a lot clearer. But plus point with both of these models are they do come with plastic tail lamps, similar to the front headlamps. And then just taking a look at the exhaust, so the one on the unknown manufacturer is I think a lot nicer compared to the Mini GT one, which is just a very basic detail, I should say. So I'm just going to lift both of these models up a little bit. And let's move on to the top profile. So this is how both of these models look like from the top. And finally, here is the base. So before I end the video, I do want to highlight on the pricing of these two models. So for the Mini GT, the one on the left, here in Malaysia, it costs in the region of 40 to 50 ringgit, which is roughly 4 to 5 times the price of a Hot Wheels here in Malaysia, whereas the one made by the unknown manufacturer, this one on the right, is 60 ringgit, which is 6 times the price of a Hot Wheels. So that means that the unknown manufacturer is one Hot Wheels model more expensive than the Mini GT one. So, is it worth spending that additional 10 ringgit or one Hot Wheels model to get the unknown manufacturer one? Well, for me, I would say yes, because the details are a lot more defined and refined. And as I've mentioned in the video earlier, you do get a bit more detail, such as the brake disc. So, what's your choice? Well, I guess that's all for now. Thanks for watching.